Hey, I'm Mark Solis. I'll be doing the weekly check-in for Convergent Media this week. So my profession is marketing, which is, I guess, a very broad term, but more specifically on a day-to-day basis. I program payment gateways with Stripe. I analyze and manage Facebook, Instagram ads. I use HTML and JavaScript to make interactive 3D web elements. I also like to work a lot with the game engine Unity for 3D animations and environments, visual effects, and shaders so that we can make really interesting content and commercials for our clients. But my passion is, well, it's kind of mixing with my profession. It's it's pretty rare to have your passion be what you're professionally good at. But more broadly and starting off is that um, I like predicting and defining the future. Um, Normally, people say you can't predict where technology is going to go, where consumer behavior is going to go, but you definitely can. You can just look at the market right now with data and hardware and software that's available. And data I'm usually referring to is, you know, headsets sold, amount of AR, VR capable devices, which there happens to be over 1 billion in circulation right now. And then just consumer behavior data of like how often a person purchases something from an AR experience or a VR experience. And things like this are data like this is readily available from websites like Superdata, which is a Nielsen company that started off doing just TV ratings and all that, but now they're doing it all. They're doing movies, they're doing games on the mobile market, and now they're doing AR and VR. They just have stats and unlimited information that's expensive to come by. But how we've predicted the future, I guess, in terms of what's becoming available. Before AR Core and AR Kit came out in 2017, we assumed something like this would come out for Apple and Android because I wanted to make something like AR Kit and AR Core. But I'm not a team of 200 engineers, so I just let 200 engineers from Android and Apple make AR Core and AR Kit, and then I just make my experiences and ideas off of what they have made, as well as third parties that took AR Core and AR Kit and turned it into something else entirely. Um, we've predicted that Magic Leap would flop. It took a whole lot of money out of the ecosystem. It was going for a consumer device, and now it's pivoted to enterprise, which is pretty much a death sentence. Uh, Enterprise is primarily dominated by HoloLens, and I think it will be continually dominated by HoloLens. We've predicted that consumer AR headsets would be released in 2 to 3 years, actually, at ACT Lab in 2018. And it's 2020 now, and there's actually two headsets coming out this year. One is Nreal. It's already out in Korea. They've partnered with Nreal, or they've partnered with Deutsche Telekom and LG and a bunch of other manufacturers and phone providers. The first wave of headset devices are going to be tethered to your phone. They're going to become packaged with your phone. So you know how you can pay monthly. You don't outright buy a phone sometimes. You get a deal, an upgrade, and then you pay it off monthly. So they're going to just become bundled with glasses now. Um, but there's two headsets that we were looking at. It's Nreal Glass and then Geo Glass, which is India's mixed reality headset, which is going to be $299. I don't know how they're going to pull that off, but it's pretty good. Nreal's looking around 500. And they're very lightweight headsets. They're like regular glasses that you just put on. You'll eventually just be able to put your prescription lenses, or you can even, wear it over it, but it's not going to be ideal or comfortably ideal. And then now what we're predicting more is that headsets are just going to get way, way, way cheaper. In fact, that eventually you're going to choose a headset over a PC, over a console, over your regular phone because they're going to get cheaper. There are rumors now of a, despite whatever negative press about Facebook, they're going to dominate consumer market because of the devices that they're making. And is the consumer worried about privacy? Probably, but if they're selling the most headsets, then at a price that's very tempting, I don't know, people might not care. The rumor is that there's going to be 299 Oculus headset that's going to be able to do the same thing that's already doing now, all in one headset. You don't need to connect it to a PC. It'll scan your area. You'll be able to move around freely with controllers. And how we define the future is using the predictions, and we build for what we think is going to be mainstream. Uh, our company Love Marketing is a whole lot of R&D. We are making things for our clients that they don't even know they want yet. And an example of that is 3D animation. Our clients didn't know that they could afford 3D animation, or that it could be done somewhat quickly, especially with a lot of assets that are available right now for purchase at a low cost. And so we made commercials, 3D animated ones, and we showed them to our clients. They enjoyed it, and so now we're making AR, VR content for our clients that they don't know they want. And when we show them, they'll like it, especially with all the analytics that we can pull on how much AR, VR can make someone stay on a website or increase conversions. Currently, we're making an app that will span the whole entire city of San Antonio, and it's cross-platform. It's iOS and Android. Um, Currently, prototypes, they haven't been published yet, but this is something we brought up in Act Lab in 2018. I gave a presentation of the state of AR and VR then and where it's going, and pretty much everything has happened that was presented. And I was able to take this idea of an AR city of either public spaces or museums or just specific spots. Doesn't necessarily have to be the whole city yet. You can turn into augmented experiences, and they can all be connected, and it can all be done through one app, especially when things like 5G come around and the AR headsets come to the US, because they're currently only in Korea and India. Believe it or not, the innovative hardware is not being made in the US right now at the moment. And besides making the app that spans a whole city, we've been scanning museum artifacts and food to turn into 3D web elements, and hopefully you can animate them well and they're interactive. But I'm gonna include some footage of what I mean when I'm talking about all this. You'll be able to see the Nreal glasses and how small they are and how they look when you put them on, and the user experience, and then what a 3D AR element is like. But anyways, the reason why you should get involved with the CMC is because you're going to meet interesting people who are up to amazing things. The person we started the company with, or at least I partnered with, John Frazee, who is a member of CMC, and that's how I got to know Joey Lopez. I didn't have Joey as a teacher. I dropped out of school in like a semester. But if Joey was, I probably would have stayed for maybe another semester. Um, so the people that are in this group are, students of Joey and Johnny, to professionals like Mary, Chris Peters, Than Niles, and John Frazee. And it's just a whole spectrum of perspectives that you'll be able to just take in, and then see if you want to do anything with it or not. Uh, and then maybe you might want to collaborate with some of these people, like I have with John Fraser, with Nava, and then start a business. Um, but yeah, that's my check-in for Convergent Media.